Welcome to Culinary High TV. In this episode, our girls cook with TV Babble chef Boris Polishuk. He shows them how to make a simple, tasty, and low-cal pasta dish. Let's join Boris, Jesse, and Mishota in the kitchen now.
Today we welcome Boris to Culinary High TV.
You may have seen him this season on House Kitchen.
But he also stays busy with his own business, Gotham Catering Company.
Hi, Boris.
Hey ladies,
Nice
welcome
to
to my home.
Thank you.
so much.
Thanks for being here.
I'm Nishota.
I'm Jessie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. This looks amazing. What do you have here?
Thank you. Okay, what I have here, this is really, really good. This is a very simple pasta dish, but yet very delicious. This is a tomato sauce with fresh basil, a little bit of freshly grated Parmesan, and quite a bit of garlic, I must say, but it really does come out and it's delicious.
Can we please try some?
Oh yes, yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yum.
All
It
right,
looks so good.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, hope you enjoy. And you know what? You know what I say is the more garlic,
The better.
the more cheese, the more butter, the better. Okay.
I
Sounds
like
good
how
to
you
me.
think.
Oops. It's my kind of food. So now to top it all off, I'm going to give you a little bit more freshly grated Parmesan.
Mm.
Okay, ladies, enjoy.
I
Thank
will.
you. That's delicious.
Thank you.
This is so good.
Thank you very much. This is, you know, like I said, it's a simple dish, but it's really easy to make, and it is quite delicious.
How do you make it?
You want me to show you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So what we have here, very simple. We have some pasta that has been pre-cooked. Basically, I cook my pasta al dente. You don't want pasta that's overcooked because it it's like glue. It turns to mush.
Al dente means to the tooth.
That's right. In Italian, al dente means to the tooth. It's basically firm yet edible. Okay. There's a fine line between raw and al dente. Ask Gordon Ramsay; he'll tell you. Okay. So we have here the pasta that has been pre-cooked. We have here freshly sliced garlic that I sliced on my cutting board. Okay. We have also some fresh diced tomato, some basil, which you see,
I can smell it. It
and
smells
these are actually San Marzano tomatoes that I have pureed with a stick blender because you know it lends itself well to making the sauce, and a little bit of sugar. We don't know if we're gonna need that yet. Obviously salt and olive oil, and that's it.
I really like those noodles.
Thank you. When making pasta with a sauce, it's very important to use a type of noodle that will hold the flavor. So why don't we start?
Sure, sounds good.
Okay, so what I have here is a beautiful well-clad copper pan. The ingredients for the dish are as follows. You have olive oil, garlic, tomato, salt, pepper, a little bit of sugar, Parmesan, and tomatoes. So why don't we start? Who wants to start first?
Well, you want to tell us what we got to do first?
Okay, well, the first thing you need to do is take a little bit of olive oil, probably about 2 tablespoons, and just put it on the bottom of the pan. Perfect. Okay, now you see the olive oil is starting to move around the pan. Take the garlic, put it in right now, so it doesn't get too hot.
Is that good?
That's fine. Okay, you know what? Do a little more. Garlic is love. Can't cook without love.
A lot of love.
Okay, now there is the heat-proof spatula. Go ahead and mix the garlic around the pan so it doesn't burn. And you want to hold the pan and you want to kind of move it around. Okay? It's a very, very fine line between burning garlic and making it caramelized. Okay? You're almost at the stage where...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Keep going. No, you're doing fine. You're doing absolutely fine. Okay, now take 2 tablespoons of the diced tomatoes and put it right in the pan.
That doesn't.
You can do more than that. A little more, Jeff. Don't be scared.
Ah, it
So
burns.
good. Okay, well, now you take 1 ladle of... So good.
Boris, help me.
Alright, here we go. Boris to the rescue.
Yay, Boris.
All you gotta do is take the pan off the heat. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
You wanna
So
flip
right
it?
now the garlic is beautiful and caramelized. You see how nice that is?
Yeah.
You know, I think we need a little bit more tomatoes.
All
We're
right.
gonna take a little bit more, right? Okay, perfect. So now that the tomatoes are here, what I like to do is I like to season each component of the dish separately because when it comes together in the end, the flavor is that much better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little pinch of salt and I'm gonna season this 2 pinches of salt, and then some fresh pepper, which you can do.
That's a cute little pepper.
Thank you very much. Comes in handy. Go a little more. Perfect.
Alright.
Now let's do the San Marzano tomato puree.
How much?
I would do about a ladle and a half. So you go ahead. Put it right in the pan. Don't be scared. A little bit more. Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. At this point, all our flavors are basically in. Okay, except for the basil, which you put in the end because otherwise the basil turns dark, and you don't want dark basil in your pasta dish, right?
No, it's not very pretty.
Perfect. Okay, now you let that come to a simmer. Okay. The most important thing when cooking is you need to constantly taste your food. If you don't taste your food, and if you don't season your food, it doesn't come out right. Whenever you're cooking, whether it's a pasta sauce, a soup, a salad dressing, you need to taste each component, know what you're working with. Therefore, in the end, you get a product which is just amazing. Okay. Okay. So right now, one for you.
Thank you.
And one for you.
Thank you.
Okay. So what you want to do is first bring this to a slight boil. Okay, because we want this to cook. Now, the one thing that we haven't put in yet is the sugar. Depending on the ripeness of the tomatoes, it's always the case, you may or may not need sugar. Now, these are San Marzano tomatoes from Italy, which are really good quality tomatoes, especially for making this type of a sauce, okay? You can have a lesser quality, which are less ripe. The bottom line is, all tomatoes are not the same, okay? And San Marzano tomatoes are probably the best canned tomatoes to use for a sauce like this, okay? So, now you see it's starting to boil? Why don't we taste a little bit, see what you think? What do you think, Jess?
It's good.
After years of cooking, you basically, all you gotta do is just pull it off the heat. And if it's burning, if it's bubbling, if it's smoking, just pull it off the heat. That's all you gotta do.
Are we gonna reduce it at all?
No, it doesn't need to be reduced. It's actually perfect. Now, what you wanna do at this point is you wanna take the pasta and you wanna drop it into the water.
Okay.
Okay?
All of it?
No, I would probably do about a handful and a half. That's perfect. A little bit more. That's perfect. Okay? Now we're gonna set up our colander in the sink. Okay? Now the pasta's already been cooked, like I said, al dente. All you want to do is slightly refresh it, and you actually want to leave a little bit of the liquid in there when you put it back in the sauce, because it'll just kind of rehydrate everything.
Okay.
Okay?
Smells so lovely.
Just turn off the heat.
Smells so good. So about how long are we cooking the pasta?
Like I said, you just want to warm it through, so you can actually take the pot and put it right in the sink,
Are they
right into the colander. Yep.
Make sure you get all the noodles.
Got them.
Perfect. Now be careful. Don't burn yourself.
They won't.
Okay.
Ooh. A bad pasta. Bring it back over here.
Okay.
Alright.
Go ahead. Stir it around a little bit.
It's looking good so far.
Okay.
It is looking good.
All right.
Should I turn the heat off?
You can turn off the heat. And now what you want to do is you want to finish the pasta with some more fresh tomatoes. Okay? Don't be shy. Okay?
A little more?
I could do a little bit more. You could pick up the whole thing, the whole bowl, and do it right over the pan. It'll be a lot easier for you. Perfect. Okay. Fresh tomatoes. Take a nice, generous pinch of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Pick up the whole bowl.
And more cheese.
Okay. And last but not least, we need to do some fresh basil. Now the basil has to be cut last minute because it has a tendency to discolor. So basil's right here, ladies. Please go ahead.
So I'm gonna go get the bowl of the pasta while you're chopping up the basil.
Sounds good to me.
So now let's finish the pasta off by putting some fresh basil in there.
Okay.
Okay. And perfect. And
Some more?
Jessica, let's take a little bit of the freshly grated Parmesan cheese. You actually just take that out and put it on the cutting board and just take the rest of that bowl and dump it in because that's love.
Dumping is fun.
That's right. Okay.
Get all that
loves
cheese
cheese.
in there.
Okay.
There you go.
So now what you want to do is to take this, mix it around. Ladies, I'm really impressed. I almost can't tell which one is which.
Thank you.
I know this one is mine and this one is yours. Why don't we just have a taste?
I think so.
Sounds good.
All right. That's good. It really does. It really did a great job. That is really, really nice.
All
All
right.
right.
Dig in.
Dig in.
Mmm.
That is good.
This one is really
That
good.
is really, really good. I am truly impressed.
Thank you.
I think ours definitely tastes better than yours.
I think so too. I wonder what Gordon Ramsay would think.
Me too.
Hmm.
I wonder.
He's not easy to impress.
I
But-
think we're good enough.
I'll win him over.
I think that you have a very, very strong possibility here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Delicious.
So thanks to your recipe.
Mm-hmm. Which you guys can find on our website at www.culinaryhightv.com.
Thank you so much for cooking with us today. It was a lot of fun.
I would just love to work with you again, Boris. What else can you make us?
Oh, well, now that you ask, there are actually a couple more dishes that I'd like to share from my collection, and but we'll have to leave that for another episode.
Sounds good. See you then.
Can't wait.
Looking forward to it.
Bye, Boris.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
To get Boris's recipe, click on the recipe tab. Boris is